up here, there are parents who are watching who will say, but would you even put your children in such a school when you see results of such teachers?
Let me, when you see, I want you to get my point straight. Let me see the teacher who wrote this. Then let me see the qualifications of the person.
Have you seen
what I'm trying to say? Get my point. The people masquerading themselves in Kaduna as teachers, especially the one that wrote this, is not a teacher. What is the qualification?
So what are you protesting for then? If those that are being kicked out are not teachers?
No. What you don't you get my point straight.
Okay.
Trainability. What I am saying on the altar of morality, on the altar of peculiarity of Kaduna, is that all these SSCE, train them, of course.
Who's going to bear the burden of
is it not Kaduna State government? Am I to do that?
We have to pay for their training.
Yeah, of course. It's part of all other states in this country. There's what you call teachers' vacation programs. It is an avenue for you and I to improve on ourselves. You see, the politician recruited them. Are they not Rufai people?
No, I'm still trying to understand your point, because of this about 21,000 people, or a little over 21,000 people who are going to be disengaged, you're saying that most of them are not teachers because they've got what, SSCE qualification?
They are not professional teachers.
They're not professional teachers. So how do you help us out? What's the percentage of those who you say, well, does that mean that those who are not professional teachers can be let go? What happens to the others?
As a labor man, you see, I represent Nigerian of teachers, professional organization, labor, Aluta thing again. I will never come here and canvass for people to be retrenched or sacked. I will not do that. But what I am trying to say is that for every disability, there's ability. This is peculiar to Kaduna now. SSE, Great View, enroll them, have a time lag. So
how long would you think it would take that time lag?
That is therefore, you see, certificate is not a thing you can just go to a supermarket and get. It is time frame.
In the meantime, the pupils will suffer.
That is why I said education summit. Call them stakeholders, people that matter in the field of education. Call them to solve this peculiarity.
No, you know how to solve it, because you're making.
I have suggested.
Now that you've made this suggestion, will it be detrimental to the pupils themselves that need to be taught in schools if you go the way of let's hold on, go through, conduct a summit, get all stakeholders to be part of this? This may take weeks, possibly even months.
Even years. You see, number one, I don't subscribe to the idea, and I'm talking as a professional teacher now, I don't subscribe to the idea whereby 75% will be the benchmark.
For a primary 4 exam.
Forget. I have told you, look at the questions, whether it is truly...
Tell us, you've seen those results, you've seen the questions, you've seen the answers. Which questions, for instance... which questions, for instance, don't you like? Or do you think that they should not be asked?
Ab initio from head to toe.
Give us one. For those who may not have seen, give us one.
No. You see, when you are talking about... I told you that these people, they are not professionally qualified to even...
The 21,000?
They are not. It is not the entire 21.
Yeah, but give us that. You don't have figures. No. So what do we rely on?
I have told you. You invited me here.
Yeah,
I'm coming away from my...
2-3 days notice is sufficient. You're president of NUT. Yeah. You're agitating that they shouldn't sack those people. So people would expect that you arm with your facts and figures at whatever time to tell us, well, these ones have SSC, no, they're not, but look at these ones who have the qualification, they meet the requirements. You haven't told us that.
Well, maybe when next, like I told you, I have asked them to bring the statistical data, ratio of teachers to pupils, number of degrees, NC, and not this mushroom we are talking about. You know, me, I'm just coming like I've told you. Okay, so maybe when next I come, or I can send it to here, to this place.
Okay, because you know, some listening to you will think you're suggesting an economic summit to solve this problem.
Not the education summit.
Education summit. Yeah. People will tell you, look, who will wait to conduct an education summit for a situation such as this one, when
an
you see...
An emergency situation for that matter.
And you said you should conduct an education summit to solve this? How?
It depends on the way you look at it. That is Kaduna for you.
You don't think this is an emergency?
No. You see, it depends on your semantics. It depends on how you describe it.
The governor thinks it's an emergency. That's why he's ordering the immediate sack of
21,780. Where does he get replacement?
Are you worried about the replacement or the results that you see?
All of the above. I am worried as a concerned party.
What about as a parent?
Sorry?
What about as a parent?
We are parent too. We are parent too. You see, this thing is more peculiar in the northern extraction than any other place in the country. Look, it is hiring unqualified people to teach. Is it good?
So you know that this goes on, and these people are still members of NUT.
We have been making noise. We have been at every forum. Maybe World Teacher Day. Even when we have been making noise. That enough of hiring people that are not qualified. Number one. Number two, enough of just giving out letters of appointment to people without, first of all, ascertaining their academic pedigree.
Okay, in that circumstance,
this is not happening in Kaduna.
What do you expect, or what would you suggest the government do? Okay, take for instance this Kaduna state or any other state that have unqualified teachers, perhaps maybe such as this one.
Let them key into the national policy on education as specified.
What does it say?
The minimum teaching qualification should be NCE. Those that
in other words, you should get rid of those who don't have NCE.
Listen, those that find themselves in the system with lesser. Sorry, it's only happening in this state I've mentioned, not in the West, not in the East. So those that are already there, give them time frame. 2 years, 3 years, compulsory. After which they can let go.
In that period, while that is happening, that 2-3 years, what happens to the pupils?
No, they will see. Look, you see, teaching is not as easy as we all are talking about. I want to put a question. The government of Kaduna, in the disguise of embarrassing teachers, they are displaying this. I want to put a question. Before now, schools must have school supervisors. We call them inspectors and do this. Are they having Kaduna? Okay,
sorry to jump in again. You know, in this specific
case, you can't give what you don't have.
Just a minute, comment. In this specific case, you say this kind of scenarios exist in the country. You've been shouting, but with respect to Kaduna State, since you had an idea that these kind of people are teaching and are members of NUT, what has NUT done?
Thank you very much
about this.
Thank you. Before it became a public brouhaha, we have written to the governor of Rufai. I'm on air. We have written, we have made representation, but sir, we went to our parent body, the Labour Center, Nigeria Labour Congress, that these are issues that are about to brew in Kaduna. As I speak with you, none of our letters have been acknowledged.
What did you demand?
To interact.
What does that mean?
We should be partners in progress.
No, I don't understand. What does that mean in specific terms?
That these problems, is being identified. We have a role to play. We have an advice to give.
What specifically were you asking the government to do?
To have to sit down. These are issues. What are the ways forward?
No, I mean, for instance, what's the reference of your letter on top? You write, maybe if you're applying for a job, this is a job application. Did you write to the governor that you want to restructure the educational, the structure of education in the school?
Not say, when we want to meet with any excellence or thereabout, we say courtesy visit to discuss contemporary issues as it affects education.
Did you ask that they disengage those who were not qualified?
No, this is just coming.
No, I mean in your letter, your correspondence to the government.
Yeah.
You did. So why are you protesting now that they want to do that?
You don't understand what I'm saying.
Help me.
Good. What I'm saying is all our earlier correspondences to the governor before this thing became public was not acknowledged.
Yeah, I'm asking, what did you ask? You can't just ask to discuss.
Courtesy visit to discuss contemporary issues, not this.
That's very vague because the governor himself wouldn't understand where you're coming from and he's having specifics on what you want to do.
Look, excuse me.
Do you believe that, for instance, if you had told the governor that there's a problem with the teachers in your school and we need to talk about it, he wouldn't have granted you audience?
We need to go.
Is it too much if we, as UT partners in progress in education, write letter to Excellency and it is not acknowledged? Is this right?
All right, Comrade Dalogbo is the national president of Nigeria Union of Teachers. We appreciate your talking to us this morning. We'll be back in a moment. Join us again.